Hey you guys, it's Ms. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time here, and welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to be recapping, reviewing, and having lots of reactions to The Real Housewives of New Jersey. So let's get started. The episode today is called Growing Up Jersey, and it's episode 6. Today for my wine, I finally went to the wine store and I got a bottle of Italian Pinot Grigio. I didn't really see anything from New York, but I thought maybe getting a nice Italian wine would be a good compromise. It says Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio. And today, of course, I chose a corked wine. This was an accident because I am horrible at opening wine. So I'm not gonna power drink tonight because there's no need for that. Well, maybe a little bit of power drinking, just like a little baby one. Cheers. That's okay. I'll give it an okay. It's fruity and crisp and light and kind of bland. It doesn't have the bite. I really like a Sauvignon Blanc, and Pinot Grigio tastes kind of bland compared to that. Maybe there's a taste profile that I'm missing though. I'm not the most learned person in wine. I do want to say too that I didn't do pigtails today because, as you can probably tell, I got my hair cut and it's a little bit too short for pigtails. I would benefit from some clip-in pigtails of my own.
We're starting with Nano and Teresa packing to go on vacation, and you know what? Nano is not as endearing to me after his weird sexual harassment at the Gorga Restaurante last week, so I don't know, just saying.
I cannot even handle Marge Sr.
And I hope that I have half of your sass and panache when I am, a decade younger than you.
Cheers to you.
Those high heels with the lime green, hot pink, and fluorescent orange are to die for.
Always with the kids. I mean, at least they're going on vacation, but good for you. Good for you that you guys are going on vacation. I don't care. Well, Teresa and her family are all packed, and now we are with Siggy and Dolores at Siggy's doctor appointment, and Siggy looks great. She's wearing a cream jacket with some sort of crest on it that's blurred out, gold jewelry. Dolores looks great as always. She's so fit and in shape, she can really wear anything she wants. Siggy is leading with, even though I hate Margaret. No. You ladies, if you're watching, you're driving me to drink. Oh, these doctors, they're straight from Central Casting. Dolores is the best friend ever. She's telling Siggy that she loves her soggy flicker, doesn't want her to change. And I don't fully believe her, but I love her support in the moment. Ooh, Dolores is being spicy about Juicy Joe. And you know what? Cheers to you, Dolores. Ooh. Now Siggy is having to defend Teresa because Dolores is hot.
Siggy is so brave. She just rolled over and exposed her butt cheek. When I go to the doctor, I have to at least squawk a few times and protest before I can get to that point.
They had to have numbed her up for that. That is a horse needle. That is huge. Huge. There is no way that entire procedure was as cool cucumber as they portrayed it to be, because he put a huge fucking scalpel in her butt and then funneled beads into that hole. That was crazy and had to have included way more blood. Dolores looks a little green in the cutaways. Siggy is tough. Cheers to you, Siggy. Oh my God, Marge and Marge Sr. are little twinsies, and I love it. I love it. I love you guys.
Now Marge and Marge Sr. are talking in the garden. They both look adorable. I love Marge Sr. I want her to adopt me. She is aged perfection.
Marge Sr. is cracking up at Siggy sticking her tongue out at Margaret. Marge Sr. gives great advice. Calling Dolores is the way to go. Cheers to you, Marge Sr. Okay, so the Margaret-Dolores phone call went pretty well. Now we are in beautiful Puerto Rico with Teresa and family. I wonder if Melissa and Joe went. I don't think so because they were packing, but who knows? Teresa's kids don't want to wear sunscreen, and I don't care, which is no surprise. There's no surprise on either account. Nano is living his best life. He is passed out in the sun. Is Teresa really defending Danielle? Are they really on the phone rewriting history? Yes, of course they are. Of course they are, because she is the worst. They're both the worst. Teresa and Danielle are the worst.
You ladies have succeeded at being awful.
Okay, the Gorgas are back at home because now we're at the Gorga residence. I feel like this is going to be a kid scene and it's Joe Gorga, so it's going to be like misogyny central, and I'm just going to fast forward and save myself the heartache. Watching it and fast forward when I can't hear the words, like they look like a really close, sweet family. I like the orchids in the kitchen. Dolores, don't text and drive. That totally makes me want to drink. I'm worried about you. I'm not going to cheers you for that, but I am going to drink. Dolores is obviously in the car because she was texting while driving. She's talking to Siggy. I assume she's on her way to meet Margaret, and Siggy is not buying racy clothes for her teenage daughter. And that's what they're talking about on the phone. And I don't know if I necessarily disagree with that. Why does Dolores think that Margaret came after her relationship? It wasn't Margaret, it was those bitches, Teresa and Danielle. Margaret is dressed like Sergeant Pepper, and Dolores is in a wrap dress, and she looks like a sexy secretary. Margaret is wearing my favorite pop-on bun. Margaret is working really hard to diffuse this situation. I adore her.
I don't think they're going to resolve things by the end of the season because they're still fighting with a lot of animosity on Twitter, but I'm going to hold out hope for next season.
Okay, as much as I love Margaret trying to tactfully smooth this over, Dolores is the best friend ever. Ever, ever, ever. I want to just point out that both of those bitches are eating at the table, and not only are they eating, but they're eating something difficult that gets stuck in your teeth. They are chowing down on salad. Cheers to you, ladies. Oh my God, I'm so emotional over Margaret's story. I really can personally identify with her story. It's really touching, and I hope that they resolve that. This show has made me cry way more times than like my favorite franchise, Beverly Hills, has never made me cry, not once. Very, very emotional. Now we're back at the resort with Teresa and her kids. I'm gonna fast forward through this because I'm sure it's a difficult conversation, and I don't care. Now we're shopping with Melissa and her kids. Like, this is going to be the shortest recap ever. You're welcome, or I'm sorry, depending on who you are. Watching and fast forward is kind of nice though. They're shopping. Melissa looks great. Her daughter looks annoyed. They're shopping. Oh, and now we're back at the resort with Teresa and her kids. Kids, this is like a kid-filled episode. They're doing a photo shoot. The kids hate it. Nano's tolerating it. I literally just fast forwarded through a whole section because it was all kids. You have to be kidding me. The next section is starting with Joe Gorga. Like, what is this? I want shopping and lifestyle porn and crazy vacations, and I want rich lady arguments at cocktail parties. Oh, this is nuts. Now it's a kid scene with Joe Gorga. Like, I can't get away from this. See a housewife? This scene is going on forever. This is such a filler episode. Ooh, now we're back in New Jersey on a double date with Dolores and Siggy. I don't think we've met Dolores' boyfriend before. I hope he's coming to dinner. Nope, it's Frank. Siggy, nobody does a mojito with no sugar. That's why you get a mojito. Okay, Frank is pretty charming in some scenes. He's very charming in this particular scene. Aw, Siggy is not being fair. Dolores was totally factual in her retelling of the summit with Margaret, and now Siggy is being defensive again. Ugh. Siggy is being a hard ass. You're making me drink, Siggy. Siggy looks really good in her talking head with the neon orange low-cut top and the bronzed look. Sharp. And she's showing like little flickers of compassion for Margaret, which I really like. Come on, you guys, come on. I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm still gonna hope for it in every recap. Sorry. As I think that this episode is gonna end on the toast of my dreams, a toast to giving Margaret a second chance. Cheers to that, everyone at the table. Frank, Dolores, Michael Campanella, and Siggy Flicker. Oh. Now we're back on vacation, and Teresa is discussing her parenting skills with Nano, and guess what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'm in the minority on this. Like, maybe a lot of women love to watch Teresa interact with her children and her dad, but like, Nano is crying. I'm happy I'm not watching this. And now we're already at the preview. These shows go by quick when I cut out those kids. I would go to a Siggy Flicker retreat in a heartbeat. Woo! Dolores and Teresa's discussion looks pretty spicy. The retreat looks pretty spicy. This like giving Margaret a second chance is only gonna last for like 2 seconds. All right, you guys, that wraps it up for this episode. And I actually filmed for a total of 55 minutes on the whole episode. And I got up and wandered around a little bit and set up the camera. So I fast forwarded quite a bit. Usually I have about 80 minutes of footage for an episode that I cut down to like the 14 minutes, 15 minutes you guys see. All right, I'm gonna go have a little snack in the kitchen, recharge my camera, and then shoot the next episode. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.